All right, I think we're back. YouTube, Twitch. YouTube is excellent health now. Well, it wasn't before. So this is this switch right here for the desktop. Oh, freeing. It's crazy. Multi-action switch. Four-point add magnitude earthquake in Jersey. We felt it here in East PA. Crazy first time I've ever experienced that. Just talked to some friends and family in New Jersey and New York. Everyone's okay, just a little shaken up. There was an earthquake in New York. Did y'all know about this?
It's close, I guess. So, I think I'm not prepared for the camping just yet. So, I decided, let's have a bit of a test run, basically. Let's go.
My cousin thinks it's a nuke testing for the potential war. I love her, but
And see if we can even manage to do that because holding the camera, holding the
heck yeah! Making 22-year-olds all day. Oh, Okay, we can move on. I promise. We can move on. All right, I'm going to go to following because their for you is not for me. Everyone's okay, just a little shaken up. Oh, that's it. Ta-da, pop. I just got that joke. Thanks, Glock. I just got it.
News that tremors reported across the tri-state area here in Connecticut, New Jersey, New York City specifically. Our own producers even feeling it within the control room. Emma and I were in the newsroom as we were making a couple of changes within the studio for a while, and as we were going by. That's when the what felt like an earthquake or a tremor happened. We heard an alarm go off, and here during the broadcast, while we were live just now with Curtis and Tim of our building here in Midtown East in New York. Again, that is essentially alerting us of safety precautions.
Do 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 do. 6 games left in the regular season for hockey, if you didn't know. And I know none of you care because most of you don't watch sports like I do. If I only had a decent bod like that. But I've had 2 kids. There's always the weight room and there's always time, but yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of dedication. And those girls are 20, 22, 23. You know, come on. Come on. Come on. We're not going to go back to it. 2 C-sections. Scar this way or scar this way? They're doing the little bikini scars now. Like they can get a baby out of a scar this long, this big. Like I have a friend who has had three. She had 3 children, and she was a very tiny lady. She's had 4 children. 2 of them were twins, and her C-section incision is just like that long on her belly. That Yeah, horizontal. But yeah, I've seen some that like go way like the doctor just needed like to get a basketball out. My friends about 20 years ago that she had her kids and they were about damn, has it been that? Yeah, it's been 20. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and the doctor, the skin whether it was a Monday or a Friday, how he was feeling, does he want to go the big slit or he doesn't care. It's not, he ain't gotta look at it. I'm a small person. Yeah.
It's my job then. I felt like that then. It's my job now to exercise my influence and share with this.
Yeah, I've seen a C-section done. Thanks. Hence BBC Medic. I've seen lots of different surgeries when we had to go through our rotations and do certain things. You kind of couldn't pick what you were going to watch and who you could intubate. But yeah, and most C-sections are done without any anesthesia and stuff like that. You're awake for the whole thing. So that was kind of weird. Yeah. Most women are, they want the woman to be awake. They want to be able to put the baby on the mother's breast and, just have that comfort for when, because it could be a little bit traumatic for the children or whatever. And, I don't remember my birth, so I don't know how traumatic it could be for the child. But anyway.
Harris, it's a pleasure to finally see you and finally meet you.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to see you. I'm a huge fan.
And you've run this country into the ground, so I'm not going to just.
So thank you for your work.
Somebody get me another vodka and tonic. Oh my God. You people are so stupid. Look at this clown. Dwayne The Rock Johnson says he's unhappy about the state of America and will not be endorsing Biden again. Well, maybe him and Taylor Swift should have a little bit of a debate because she seems to think it's okay. Come on, Dwayne. Did you paint your house roof blue before it got hit by the look? Y'all explain Hawaii to me now. Now look, there's so much that's just my opinion, but I don't think we have a good candidate. No, my brother feels the same way. 375 million Americans, and then these are the two idiots we get to pick from. You know, I'd rather have a businessman running the country than I would an idiot, but still, I love Robert Kennedy. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can listen to that speech. I know his voice, but yeah. I feel like if I vote for him, though, I'm going to be doing the same thing I did for Ross Perot and just wasting my vote. It's just like, I don't think enough people are going to vote for him to make it worth, Yeah. 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 I don't want to see Biden get in because of. Oh, that's my brother. Hold on. I got to answer that. Hey. Hey. Oh, absolutely. I didn't want to wake you up too early because I know you sleep late. But yeah, anytime after 11:30, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Yeah. You and my wife, you listen to everything I say. Okay, sounds good, man. We'll make a run, and maybe this one will be the $595 million winner because that's what you get after payout. So can't win if you don't play.
If you can see it, you can be it. Yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you in about an hour.
All right, man. Went out to lunch. I knew he'd call. And I haven't had breakfast, so I'm kind of hungry. So yeah, we're gonna do lunch too. And that's the brother I was telling you. He doesn't like either one of them. I mean, we know Biden can't, or that the puppet show that what is the Biden administration. The Big Stone Grid. What the hell is the Big Stone Grid? Can we see videos? Is there a trailer? Probably got.
Dollars work, both his films and his books. I've made videos about pretty much everything he's made. So how about this time I make a video about something that he.
The film is described as a crime noir with horror elements, tackles two detectives who uncover an extortion ring filled with sadistic murderers that operates within the secrets underbelly of New York City. Wait a minute! Wait a minute. come on, guys. Somebody's mowing the grass outside. Can you all hear that? Can you guys hear that? I'm wondering if you can hear the lawnmower. Tell me if you can hear the lawnmower. It sounds like it's right outside this door. I don't hear it though. I don't see it. I don't see my neighbor. There he is. This is actually my best friend in the world right here. He does my neighbor's yard. So that's the lawnmower. You can't hear it. Now if I turn the chickens on, you can hear it. Go to this view. Hold on. We can get this real. Look, and you get the whole view. Oh, I'm hearing it more now that it's still not crazy. This is actually my best friend in the world. Me and him cannot talk for ever. And then, he's got a little lawn, sir. He's a retired police officer. We used to be the same. We used to be firefighters together. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything come through the microphone. Maybe when I talk, you can hear it a little bit, but if I stay quiet, you can't hear it at all. The big stone grid.
They are participants in the crime. In fact, since it does not end there, now we have the problem of the pro-Palestine who are actually giving Hamas cover. They are participants in the crime. In fact, since October 7, I personally don't differentiate between Hamas and what's so-called Palestinians. Because actually there is no Palestinians. There are tribes. There is the tribe of Hamas, and there is the tribe of the Islamic Jihad, and there is the tribe of Khalid.
This is how these people think.
Nablus, and each one has different interests, and all of them are conflicted. If they did not have Israel as the common enemy, they would kill each other. This is the reality of what's so-called Palestine. You don't know what Palestine is. Actually, in fact, the keffiyeh that you are wearing, this is just a statement to show that you really lack the authenticity to represent the case. And what's so-called the cause, this is a human problem.
So you just...
The cause must die. I think enough is enough. And now it's proven, and you are helping Hamas to prove it to the world, that Palestine depends on the destruction of the state of Israel. And this is not acceptable, and we are not going to agree to it. And I tell you something, for the next 10 or 20 years, the Palestinian people will pay the bill that Hamas is caused today, and most likely in blood.
To you, Hamas and Palestinians are the same. They're one and the same.
After October 7, yes, there is no difference.
Really?
The vast majority of the Palestinian people support Hamas.
Really?
This is a fact. This is proven by statistics, and your silence now. You cannot even condemn Hamas and say that what they did on October 7 was an act of a savage group. You don't have that power.
Said I condemn.
On what authority do you speak?
question.
You only speak on the authority of Hamas propaganda.
No, why do you say that I'm speaking on the authority of Hamas propaganda?
Because
when
if you were a decent human being, you can say that the thousands were killed on October 7. That was a crime against humanity. It was a genocide.
You see how they twist the words? He's acting like Israel caused, like they, oh wow. Look, I can't get into it on my, and I won't. It's just, you have to do your own deep dive into this about and what he is saying is absolutely true about tribes. It's the same way in Saudi Arabia and Yemen and all the Middle East. All of the Middle East, all of the Muslim different countries and stuff like that, they're all different tribes. They're all what would we call cultures. They're all different cultures and tribes and stuff like that. Look, we're going to try something out here real quick. They're all different tribes and cultures, and that didn't work. Yeah, it's been centuries, not years. It's been going on for centuries. Centuries and centuries and centuries. They all have different ideological beliefs, and they all fight. And he's not just talking about Palestinians. Look, the Palestinians say they're blocked in by Israel. And then the big point was, well, one side of Palestine is actually Egypt, and Egypt doesn't want you either. Because but Egyptians are Muslims. Well, then why don't they want the Palestinians? Why are the Palestinians hemmed in on the other side, which is Egypt? Why isn't there an open border between Egypt and Palestine? Why can't, But then when you go Yemen and even I lived in Saudi Arabia for 2 years, okay? Different tribes and different, there's a lot of what we call racism or tribalism. It doesn't sound as bad when you call it tribalism. It's still racism where one tribe can't stand the other tribe for absolutely no other reason. They're the same color skin. They preach the same religion. They hate each other. Here we talk about racism, and there it's called tribalism. But if you call it, you can't call tribalism racism because they're all one race. They're all Muslim or they're all Arabic. They're all one race. Well, wait a minute. Then it's tribalism. And here in America, what we do is we call it culturalism. There's another ism. Well, I tend to get away from subjects like this because it gets so muddled, and it's like a bowl of spaghetti. It's like a bowl of spaghetti. You can't differentiate one from the other, but they're all individual pieces, And the only thing that's going to help is when the aliens come and we all realize we're just bugs on a piece of rock that somebody... Ain't no borders in space, y'all. When you look at the planet Earth, ain't no borders in space. It's all just one big blue planet in the middle of fucking nowhere. Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely believe there's other species. And don't ask me about the Fermi paradox. This is a big universe. And it's been around for 8 billion years or more. Yes, we're not the only ones. We are not the only intelligent. I think that is very egotistical to think that we are the only sentient beings in the universe. That's just human talk right there. I don't know if they'll, but absolutely. And that's what we know. We can't, and, this, the big telescopes out in space that, the Hubble and the, what's this last one that went up? It just left my mind. I smoked too much marijuana. Anyway, but yeah, there's too much space out there. Look, I also believe the Earth has been wiped out 3 or 4 different times, and not just by the flood in the Bible. That was the last one that anybody remembered and recorded was the flood, but the flood was caused by. There's so much cataclysm that goes off, so much we don't know. Yeah. We've had floods, we've had landslides, we've had whole parts of the earth covered in covered in mud that'll never be, there's layers and layers and layers, and we've had pole flips, and we've had, solar storms, we've had asteroids, we've had comets, we've had, and we're still following a sun through the Milky Way, and we're all moving at the same time. We're all, there's so much, the heliosphere, it's just so. And as you get older, you understand the stuff that you didn't understand as a kid. And as I get older, and we've even discovered more in my 60 years of life on this planet, that, come on, really? And not, look, I'm not an atheist, but I'm not agnostic. I have a Christian belief. I've read the Bible. I've studied the Bible. I've memorized parts of the Bible. But come on. People write from their own experience, and they write from their own folklore, and they write from their own, they write from their own bias, and they write, and not that it would, look, stop eating for 3 or 4 days and then start praying. And when your body gets deprived of food and you have the clarity, when you talk to anybody, do mushrooms and have some clarity. Smoke marijuana, and there's other natural things on, mushrooms and teas and peyote and all this stuff that is so bad because the establishment says it's so bad, but it has awakened people before and have them write amazing stories and be enlightened by spiritual things that they can't deny and they can't describe, and they wrote it down. Take some psilocybin mushrooms and have a nice day of it, and then the next day write a book about everything that everybody you talk to and everything you talk to. Take some psilocybin mushrooms and then go into sensory deprivation. Or how about you go on a 3 to 5 day fast? Let's do a John the Baptist thing, the guy who wrote Revelations. Let's go on a 3 to 5, 7 day fast, only water, and then we find some mushrooms in the wilderness where we're on this island, and on this island is psilocybin mushrooms, and then we find these mushrooms and we're so hungry we eat those, and then we have an amazing experience. And we talk to God, and we find out what's going on and what's going to be revealed to us. We have a spiritually enlightened experience because we go to a different realm. We go to a different plane of existence because of the mushrooms. They bring our brain to it. And then 7 months later, we get back to round, and then we decide to write a book called Revelations. I'm just saying, write your own book. Go 6 to 7 days, then take some psilocybin mushrooms or some mushrooms that you find in the wilderness. When you start explaining things like this to people about, well, how did he write Revelations? Well, he was inspired by God. Okay, but he was also deprived of food. The island of Patmos, I think it was. I believe they've determined that psilocybin mushrooms grow naturally on the island of Patmos. And we've been through 3 or 4 different ice ages. I hope that when we die and where we ever go, that I just don't know everything. That would be cool. Oh, yeah. Look, when you come at it from a different point of view and you understand that the people that wrote the Bible were human beings and that they were, the only one in the Bible that was not a human being, but he was God incarnate and came down and died on a cross for absolutely no other reason because people didn't want him doing miracles on Sundays, and he fed 5,000 peoples. He's fed thousands of people with very little resources. He turned water into wine. He walked on water. He calmed storms. Okay, that's not magic, and these were documented by more than one person. So a divine Son of God came to earth. And when you move from the Old Testament to the New Testament and things change and things are, but when you move from the New Testament, and I know Revelation's in the New Testament, but when you move from the New Testament and the books of the apostles and the letters to the Corinthians, which was just Paul bitching about how they weren't following what Christ taught, and he's telling them how to get back to where they were. They had a bunch of scandal. They had a bunch of people sleeping with women. They had a bunch of divorce. They had a bunch of stuff going on. So Paul started writing, and those are all the Corinthians. And then you got James writing, the other letters to different, because people weren't, over the years, 10, 15 years after Christ's death, people weren't following. So these things were written. But then you get to John's Revelation. Wow. But it's in the Bible, so it must be true. I don't doubt that it's not true, but I want to know the state of mind that he was in when he wrote it. And how far, and when he wrote it, how much did he remember from when he experienced it? Look, these are just questions I have, and I've never been to seminary or studied the Bible. I've studied the Bible, but I've never been to seminary. I've never sat down and talked to somebody that knows. But I've done a little bit of, it doesn't question my faith. It actually makes my faith stronger. It's actually, hey, I understand that these were people, but they were, where do we go when we die? We go to heaven. Where is heaven? In the presence of God. Well, what is hell? Well, it's described as this and this and this in the Bible, but what it is actually away from God, away from the divine, away from the light. So if it's away from the light and everything good, then it must not be very, then darkness. If God is comfort and then all-knowing, then the opposite of that, without God, would be darkness and confusion. How would you like to go through the rest of eternity in the dark and confused? Let alone no burning, brimstone and lake of fire and wailing and gnashing of teeth. All that's in the Bible too. All that's been described. But just being devoid of God and light and knowledge, which would be darkness and confusion. Just those two. For the rest of your existence, being in darkness and confused is enough. Without the fire and the brimstone, that is enough to scare you into believing in something. Wake up in a strange hotel with all the lights off and try to make it to the bathroom. After being on a drunk, you wake up in a room and it's dark and you've been drunk for 3 days and now you're, you're in somebody else's house and there's no lights on and it's dark and you've been drunk and you remember where you were, but now it's dark and you're scared and it's dark. That is, put away the fire and brimstone. Okay, that may have been more about, scaring people into accept. But look, absence of God. If God is heaven, if heaven is with God and God is, and the absence of that, the opposite of that is darkness, no light. the opposite of knowledge is confusion. I just came here to show y'all my new stream room, hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you coming. I've got to brush my teeth and get ready for my brother to come in 30 minutes and hang out with him. Thank you so much, Sam. You guys always make. Thank you, Billy. I don't know, you were on YouTube and nobody came back from YouTube. Thank you, Bill Hicks, for coming in and hanging out. Thank you, Billy. Um, uh, thank you for being here. I will be back on Monday. I probably won't stream over the weekend. Just kind of my thing. She's home. And I got other things I need to do. I think I might start putting up some shelves in here. So, and look, we learned some stuff. I learned some stuff about my my Stream Deck. So that's all good. That's all good. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm still working on this. What is this? There we go. I found it and some of it works. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna leave you with I am probably gonna leave you with the guitar solo out in the backyard from last summer as my exit. I've been trying to do that lately. I don't have another good song to put on. I gotta find them and record them. Anyways, you should get a custom light. Well, what do you suggest? What kind of light should you suggest? I have lights. Oh, I'd like a lava lamp. So a lava lamp would look cool on a shelf or something like that. I've got lighting I can put around. So I got floor lighting and stuff like that. Maybe have a lava lamp in the background. So if I can find a lava lamp. Look, you're making me search for shit now. Hold on, lava lamp. Hold on, let's go to Hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook. Lava lamps. I don't know if you've ever watched Breadman, but yeah, we got lots of lava lamps. How much are they? $35, $55. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, look at that, huh? Nah, regular lava lamp. Look at that one. That's pretty cool. 16 inches. Bigger's better. Jellies. The jellies. Maybe we'll get one of each. I work at Amazon, so I have these all the time. So I could do a jelly. I could do a jelly on one side. Look, I could do a jelly on one side. I could do a jelly on one side on a shelf, and then I could do like a lava lamp somewhere else. I could do two different ones. I've got some resources. She knows I'm going to spend a little bit of money. $40 for this one. Multicolor lighting change effects. So there's $40 for that one. What do you know? Amazon might send me 2 or 3 different ones. Amazon might send me, you never know what Amazon's going to put in the mail. But if you don't have one, or get a custom light for your wall with your Twitch name, that would be cool. I had one. I don't want to do that this time. I have a custom that's BBC Medic. Let me show you. This was my background before. Casey Medic, and we drink coffee, we have chats, we do it just chatting. So this was my setup before. Same room, different wall. Play some 7 Days to Die. So yeah, I'm kind of a variety streamer. I like to play guitar. 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 Anyway, it's just crazy. This channel's fun. But I've still got these lights right here. Come by and join us. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. I still have this light. I still have this, but I'm gonna use this light strip. I'm gonna unbend it, and I'm probably gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it back here, probably on the floor, or maybe just I don't know yet, but I still have that. I still have this light and everything like that. I haven't done anything with it, but this light was sitting on a mirror covered by cloth, and then there's the VBC that are just numbers. So. Yeah. Well, that's right here in this corner. That was all. That was all just right. My desk used to sit like right here, and then that was just like right here on the wall. So it only took up about this much space on the wall. Actually, you can't see it, but there's some markings right here. You can't see them, but where the sheetrock, and I had to do some work, so it all sat right here. So, but now I have all this space for activities. We can do anything we want back here. We can do exercises. My fat ass absolutely needs some exercises. 11 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day. You guys take care of yourselves, and we will see you the next time. Thank you so much. Do something good for somebody else. Do something good for yourself, and never let the drunk guy get the chairs. I will see you again Monday morning. We'll probably do some 7 Days to Die from the stream room and hang out a little bit, maybe see what I got done over the weekend too a little bit, okay? Y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.